Okay, the family is hungry, and two things we all love are hot dogs and Reuben sandwiches, so we're marrying the two together and making Reuben Hot Dogs. So simple and very few ingredients, which is why I love this one, and it's so fast too. These are so messy, but so good. Me and my family enjoy these. I know you guys are gonna just love them just as much. So let me show you guys how you can make these at home on your Blackstone. When it comes to hot dogs, I'm not the biggest fan of just a plain old hot dog, although a good hot dog with mustard and onions is perfection. I do like zhuzhing them up, making them a little bit fancier, and Reuben hot dogs are one of my favorites. Making a few slices in the hot dog is key to me to making a plain old hot dog just a little bit fancier. People always love to see them cooked that way. It starts off with some good potato buns and some boar's head sauerkraut. I love the boar's head graham. I've got my hot dogs, I've got some creamy baby Swiss cheese, some onions that we'll use to griddle up our hot dogs in, and for our dressing for these, we're making a shortcut Russian dressing. 3 ingredients, that's all it takes, and it's perfect for these. First things first, let's talk about our hot dogs. Now, hot dogs aren't the most appealing thing, and we all know that, so I love zhuzhing them up with a few slices. Slicing up your hot dogs really helps to not only enhance your presentation, but it also will help to create a beautiful sear and help lock in any seasonings that you add to your hot dogs while they're cooking. Simply unwrap your hot dogs, line them up, take your sharp Blackstone knife, holding your hot dogs all together, and gently just give them some slices. If you want them to be crisscrossed, you could crisscross them. Sometimes I like to put the X's on them, and sometimes I like to just go straight across. If I wanted to make these X's, you would simply turn these the opposite way and slice this way. I'm only going to do one slice for these, so now I'm going to roll these over to the opposite side, and we're going to do the same thing. Now that our hot dogs are all ready to go, let's preheat our Blackstone. We'll let that come up to about medium heat. While that comes up to heat, let's get our dressing ready. This is a shortcut Russian dressing, only 3 ingredients because we're lazy sometimes and we don't need all of that extra stuff. Of course, if you want to add it or make a traditional Russian dressing, go right ahead. For this today, you love it with just these 3 ingredients. We've got Cam the man here ready to be my sous chef. You're gonna make the dressing for us? So we've got about 1/4 cup of Duke's mayo. To that, we're gonna add in some dill pickles that we diced up and a little bit of juice into the bowl. It's okay if you miss it. And then we have some chili sauce that we're gonna add into this. We'll get it in here, and then we're gonna have Cam mix this all up for me so that we can start cooking. All right, go for it, dude. Mix it all up.
Actually tastes really good.
Actually tastes really good? Good. Our dressing's ready, our hot dogs are ready. Now I wanna get my Blackstone ready. It's come up to medium heat. I'm gonna grab my Blackstone scoring pad and a little bit of water and add a little bit of water to the hot griddle, and then using my sponge, clear off any old food that I left on there from breakfast or last night's dinner. The scoring pads are a great tool to keep on hand to quickly clean your griddle. We'll drop down a little bit of oil and our onions go down first. We'll season them up with a little bit of salt and black pepper. And now I like to let my hot dogs kind of steam right on top of the bed of onions. This will begin to heat my hot dogs and let them absorb some of that onion flavor. After a few minutes, we're gonna toss these hot dogs in with these onions and let them sear directly on the griddle surface. Our hot dogs look perfect. They are so gorgeous. What a way to zhuzh up a plain hot dog, right, Kira? A few little cuts, and it just changes the whole appearance. Now we have our boar's head sauerkraut. I'm gonna just drop a little bit down onto the griddle as much as needed and let that just heat through. It only needs a couple minutes. Now we're down to our last two ingredients. We have our Swiss cheese and our hot dog buns. Let's get our hot dog bun warmed up just for a few minutes on the griddle surface. Some like to toast their buns, some don't. I'm in between. It depends on what I'm feeling. All right, these hot dogs are just about done. Come on, put them in. We've got our pickles, we've got our serving platter. The last thing we need to add to a Reuben hot dog is our Swiss cheese. So let's get that onto our hot bun so that can begin to melt. Add a little bit of our sauerkraut to each one, a hot dog on top. Plate these up. The only thing left to do is add our sauce over the top of these Reuben hot dogs. I cannot wait to dive in with a little bit of chips because we all love chips, right? Potato chips are like such a treat. All right, you ready for this, Kira? How's it look?
Good.
For a girl that doesn't like hot dogs, you can't wait to eat one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. A little over each one. Mix these instantly into a Reuben hot dog. Oh, I cannot wait to eat these, Kira. I know you don't really eat hot dogs much, but when we do, we make them fancy. We zhuzh them up. We go all out. So let's...
You always know how to make them good.
Yeah, so now it's time to eat. These are so messy and so good. These are the kind of hot dogs that my family loves. Zhuzh up your hot dogs at home. When you do, be sure to post a picture and tag Blackstone Products and tag Blackstone Betty. Don't forget to check out griddlenation.com for apparel and stickers. And check out my friends over on Blackstone Griddle's YouTube channel. We have myself, of course, with Family Style. We've got Chef Nate, CJ, Todd, Bruce Mitchell, and Destination Delicious. Tons of recipes all week long. A new recipe comes out every single day on the channel. Be sure to leave me comments down below. You know I love reading them and chatting with you guys. Until next time, I'm Blackstone Betty. I've got some hot dogs to eat. You guys have some hot dogs to cook. I'll see you next time. I mean, they just drip.
I can see.
Drippy is good though. If it ain't messy, it ain't right.